Welcome to Poddy, April 26, 2026. Today, we're diving into something completely different. The absolutely wild world of Reddit relationship drama that's been blowing up across multiple subreddits. We've got workplace vacation battles, bizarre breakfast demands from husbands, accidental salary discoveries, and some truly jaw-dropping relationship conflicts. What's fascinating is how these posts reveal the intersection between work life and personal relationships. And honestly, some of these situations are so outrageous, they almost seem fake. But that's what makes them so compelling to discuss. Let's start with this workplace vacation saga that's got the anti-work subreddit absolutely fired up. So picture this. Back in March, someone notifies their workplace that they're taking vacation in July. They buy non-transferable tickets, everything's set. But then their boss panics because get this, the boss's vacation dates overlap with theirs. The boss literally tells them she'll deny the leave and call it job abandonment if they go. The overlapping time, just 5 workdays. 5. And now upper management is absolutely begging this person to cancel their vacation. What's really wild about this situation is how it perfectly captures this toxic workplace dynamic, where one person's poor planning becomes everyone else's emergency. Like, the employee gave months of notice. March to July is plenty of time to figure out coverage. But because the boss didn't coordinate properly, suddenly it's the employee's problem to solve. And the fact that upper management is now begging instead of just, managing the situation properly, that tells you everything about the leadership at this company. My take is this person should absolutely go on their vacation. They followed protocol, gave notice, and bought tickets. The comments on this post are gold, by the way. People are sharing their own stories of similar workplace manipulation, and there's this recurring theme of employers trying to make their lack of planning into your emergency. What I find interesting is how this connects to broader workplace boundary issues. Like, when did we normalize the idea that personal time is negotiable after it's been approved? The whole concept of calling approved vacation time job abandonment is honestly laughable from a legal standpoint, but it shows how some managers use intimidation tactics to control employees. Now let's talk about this absolutely bizarre breakfast situation that has the relationship subreddit completely divided. So we've got a woman who's been married for 4 months, and her husband works this lucrative office job while she's tackling her bachelor's degree. Sounds normal so far, right? Well, here's where it gets weird. The husband wants her to make breakfast for his coworkers 3 to 4 times a week before they go to work. Not just him, his coworkers. And when she pushes back, things apparently get pretty heated with what the trigger warnings describe as misogyny and verbal abuse. Okay, so I have to ask, what workplace culture exists where grown adults expect their coworker's wife to make them breakfast? Like, this isn't the 1950s. The woman is in college, presumably has her own schedule and responsibilities. And somehow, she's supposed to be the office breakfast chef? The audacity is just staggering. My read on this is that it's less about breakfast and more about control and establishing some kind of weird hierarchical dynamic. The fact that this escalated to verbal abuse, when she questioned it, tells you everything about the husband's mindset here. What's particularly troubling is the timing. They've only been married 4 months, and he's already making these kinds of demands. That suggests this might be one of those situations where someone's true colors come out after the wedding. The comments on this post are apparently pretty unified in their response, which tells you how obviously problematic this situation is. It's also interesting how this connects to workplace boundaries again. Like, what kind of professional environment normalizes having someone's spouse provide catering services? There's definitely more going on here than just breakfast requests. Moving on to something that's both hilarious and deeply relatable. This poor person who accidentally learned their coworker's salary and now can't stop doing math during meetings. So the setup is they work in an open office. Their coworker Greg sits directly across from them, with monitors facing each other. They swear they've never looked at his screen on purpose. But 2 weeks ago, they accidentally saw something that has been eating them alive ever since. Now they're sitting in meetings just calculating salary differences instead of paying attention to work. This is posted in the Tifu subreddit. Today I F it up, and honestly, this feels so real and relatable. Like, who among us wouldn't be completely distracted if we accidentally discovered a coworker's salary? The mental math would be absolutely consuming. What I love about this story is how it highlights this weird taboo around salary transparency. This person is tormented by information they didn't even seek out. But in a more transparent workplace culture, salary ranges would just be known and it wouldn't be this dramatic revelation. The psychology here is fascinating too. They're doing math during meetings instead of focusing on work, which means this accidental knowledge is actually impacting their job performance. It's like when you learn something you can't unlearn, and it changes your entire perspective on your workplace relationships. I'm curious about what they actually saw. Was Greg making way more or way less than expected? Because that would definitely change how you process the information. Either way, this is a perfect example of why salary transparency policies exist, to prevent exactly this kind of workplace drama and distraction. What really strikes me about all these Reddit posts is how they reveal these hidden tensions in modern relationships and workplaces. You've got the vacation battle showing toxic management, the breakfast demands showing relationship control issues, and the salary discovery showing workplace transparency problems. These aren't just individual drama stories. They're actually windows into broader systemic issues. The fact that these posts are getting thousands of upvotes and comments means these experiences resonate with a lot of people. And here's what I find most interesting. Reddit has become this unofficial advice forum where people can anonymously share situations they can't discuss with friends or family. These relationship and workplace subreddits are basically serving as modern-day Dear Abby columns, but with crowd-sourced wisdom from thousands of strangers. Whether that's good or bad is debatable, but it's definitely created this fascinating archive of human relationship dynamics. If you want to dive deeper into any of these stories, check out the anti-work and relationships subreddits. Just prepare to fall down a rabbit hole of workplace and relationship drama that'll make your own problems seem pretty manageable by comparison.